U.S. Fish and Wildlife Service's Wetlands Mapper is the online version of the National Wetlands Inventory, a comprehensive survey and compendium of the nation's wetland resources. A significant number of remnant native ecosystems in agricultural regions are wetlands, so this is a valuable tool in situations where a wetland ecosystem may be present at a site proposed for organic certification. In this video, we'll use Wetlands Mapper to investigate what appears to be several acres of open water and associated vegetation at a site proposed for organic certification. This potential wetland area appears on an aerial photo submitted with the certification application, but was not otherwise identified as such on either the farm map or in the natural resources biodiversity section of the organic system plan. The homepage of Wetlands Mapper is found at this address at the U.S. Fish and Wildlife Service website. To start the application, click on the map thumbnail under the Wetlands Mapper banner below the number 3. And that will open the application and you hit I accept the terms and conditions. And once the application opens up, you get a map of the United States. And the easiest way to navigate to your site of interest is to tap the Find Location bar up in the upper right corner. And at that point, you can enter a number of identifiers, the address or just a city and state, a place name like Yellowstone National Park, or latitude, longitude coordinates. Here we'll simply type in the address, which we've gotten from the certification application. And hit go. And the map will zoom right to the site and gives you a nice close-in view. Now, the potential wetland area we're interested in is situated just to the north of the address. And in Wetlands Mapper, when we zoom out a little bit, there it is right here. And it's identified as this lime green polygon with the label of PEM1BD. That this area we're interested in even appears in Wetland Mapper as a polygon means that it is a potential jurisdictional or regulated wetland within the National Wetlands Inventory, pending detailed field verification. Information specific to this wetland is obtained by clicking on the polygon itself, and that will bring up a little information bar. And the first tab is a general description of the size, which is 3.42 acres, and a broad category known as a freshwater emergent wetland, along with the specific classification code that we noted earlier, PEM1BD. And then a brief description of how that wetland was identified, which it says from high resolution color infrared imagery in 2005. The second tab provides a little more of a description, describes what each of the symbols in the wetland code mean, namely that it is a palustrin emergent type of wetland. It is persistent and it's seasonally saturated and partially drained. And that gives a fairly good description of each of those terms. If we go back up and then hit the Reports tab, That gives a bibliography of state, regional, and national publications relevant to this type of wetland. And then the last tab, about, describes the limitations of Wetlands Mapper and an important disclaimer inherent to the mapping methods used to generate the national wetland inventory and the regulatory implications. Wetlands Mapper also has several other features that may be useful for organic certification, but the steps shown here are usually all that is needed to perform a quick reconnaissance of a site to determine if wetlands are currently known to be present. For further instructions on this application, you can go to this YouTube video here, which gives you a pretty good and brief hands-on tutorial on how to use the Wetlands Mapper.